Hey, what's going on there, guys? Earthmaster here checking in. It is February 6, 2018, 11:15 a.m. here on the West Coast in warm and sunny California. And about an hour, 2 hours ago, somewhere around there, had a 6.4 earthquake strike in the region of Taiwan. And it's a little bit larger of an earthquake compared to the one they seen here just a couple days ago. Actually more, about a couple days ago there on the 4th of February, they had a 6.1 earthquake strike within the same vicinity. And of course, now we have this 6.4 that occurred this morning in the exact same region. So uptick in activity and pressures increasing within this region here. I'm going to take you guys over here and show you a little the earthquake USGS map right here, so you guys can see exactly where these earthquakes have been taking place here. Now this is set, the settings are set at 4.5 and above over the last 7 days, so we can get a better visual of where these earthquakes are taking place and in which fault structures they are taking place within there. Got rid of a lot of the smaller ones there, so basically just 4.5 and above. 6.1 was over here on the 4th of February, just a couple days ago, at a depth of 12 kilometers. And prior to that, excuse me, just within hours and 24 hours there, they had a couple 4s and a good 5 there as well prior to that 6.1 a couple days ago. Following that 6.1, many aftershocks within the 4 to 5 range, and 4.6 looks like it's the more recent one prior to the 6.4 that occurred just a couple hours ago. That there is still at 10 kilometers below the surface, very comparable to the 6.1 that took place a couple days ago. So all within the same region below the surface. And of course, aftershock activity continues following this 6.1 with a bunch of 5s there as well. It's very possible this 6.4 is a lot stronger than the 6.1 there, and so no doubt people definitely felt it there. Let's see on the shake. I was going to show you guys the. Of course, people reporting it at 10 kilometers. The 6.4 is going to be very feelable, I guess, if you want to call it that. And of course, as of right now, looks like they were just reporting moderate shaking, some strong shaking taking place right at the epicenter there, of course, as expected. But there's a lot of activity, guys. Remember yesterday I was pointing out on the earthquake 3D globe the amount of deep activity, deep movement that we're seeing on the globe. And let me see here. Let me get rid of this. Actually, I want to bring this back just a couple more days. So you can see all the activity. I was mentioning a large-scale plate adjustment, I guess you could call it, the Pacific plate. This whole half of the globe right here is the Pacific plate, Pacific ring of fire, I guess if you call it that. And there's been a lot of deep movement way down below the surface of the earth. That one there, the 5.3 that took place, let's see here, yesterday, was at 465 kilometers below the surface. Rather deep. But also over here near Fiji, where we typically, I think I said that correctly. I get tongue-tied on occasion, especially when we got this darn north wind blowing out here. It really dries things out. Anyway, a cluster of deep earthquakes right here near Fiji over the last couple days is a good sign of something big brewing down below the surface there. And these earthquakes right here are just as deep, if not a little bit deeper, than that 465 kilometers at 5.3 that's up here near Japan. Very close, I guess, on a term, geological scale close to the activity that's occurring in the Taiwan region, where they just had that 6.4. But taking a look at some of these quakes, let me get rid of some of those. The 4.5 right there, for example, is at 573 kilometers below the surface right there. I mean, these rings right here, when they're raised up off the globe like that, rather deep, I mean far from the globe, it's a sign of some really deep activity. And there's just been a cluster of them in the Fiji Islands region, and more so up here near the Taiwan region as well, on the northwestern Pacific part of the plate up here, Pacific plate. So yeah, there's just, I mean, there's been a lot of activity. That's what's worrisome, is that we're continuing to see an increase of pressure and then higher magnitudes over here on the northwest corner of this Pacific plate. And that's just a little worrisome, because I believe that it's possible that we're going to see a little bit bigger activity up here. I mean, there's just been a cluster of deep earthquakes. It's rather interesting there to see all this stuff. 470, that one's 146. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. There's a lot of deep activity out there. And not a whole lot over here on the western side. These quakes over here in the United States are basically just older earthquakes, and rather small ones. Nothing big, nothing on the major scale. And of course down in South America, a lot of 4s and 5s, typical of that region. But the main focus right now, I believe, is up here in the northwest corner of the Pacific plate that we need to watch out for. It's just a lot of activity. I thought I'd seen some deep movement, I think on the north part of the globe here, maybe more than a couple days ago. I'll take it back a little ways. Several days here. Maybe not. Either that or the USGS removed it. But yeah, definitely we want to keep an eye on this northwest corner up here, I believe, guys. A lot of movement, and ultimately it looks like it's not going down with the increase in the larger magnitudes within this region right here. So definitely keep an eye on that. So hope everyone's having a good day out there so far. It's pretty warm out here in California. Like I said, I'm not really liking it one bit. It's windy. It's supposed to be almost 80 degrees today here in California once again. Record highs being broken daily, and we're so far behind on the rain. It's absolutely horrible. It's not good. But a little bit of activity, some weird stuff going on there on the San Andreas fault system. That's the Hollister one. Sometimes they do data adjustments and it makes the lines kind of squiggly and whatnot, but I don't think there's anything coming into that station. But as always, guys, it's good to have an earthquake plan, and just be safe, be alert, be on guard wherever you're at. Once again, we are looking for, if you didn't read the text there, the scrolling text, we are looking for a few more moderators to help us with the channel. We do have a good set of moderators right now, a good team that are very informative and very helpful in posting earthquake activity and also answering questions out there for any viewers that happen to stop by and say hi. So we are looking for someone who, or a couple people who are interested in helping out, part-time moderator. You know, you don't have to have a 24-hour commitment. You can do it on occasion whenever you like to, or whenever you have free time. Like me, I work full-time, and I got a rotating schedule, so it kind of sucks. Sometimes I'm working days, sometimes I'm working nights, so it's hard to get out here and be out here all the time. So I understand, people have jobs and lives, but if you are interested in, working on the channel for a couple hours a day or a couple hours at night, doesn't matter where you're at in the world. If you're interested in being a moderator for the channel, get a hold of me, and we'll do a little questionnaire and see how that goes. Also, if you can't get a hold of me for some reason, like I said, I'm pretty busy, get a hold of one of the moderators and they will shoot the message to me ASAP, and I'll get back with you as quick as I can. So definitely looking for a few moderators, part-time, full-time, whatever you guys are capable of helping out with out there, as we are continuing to grow and get more viewers out here. It's a good chance to get on the team here and help out with the earthquake updates and any kind of relevant information that pertains to volcanoes, earthquakes, weather, astronomy, weather, stuff like that is a good thing. So, all right, guys, we're going to shut this video down, and we'll talk at you all a little bit later. Have a good day.